This series presents information based in part on theory and conjecture.
The facts that will be presented are true. Scientists representing the world's foremost research centers took part in the examination of the evidence.
The Jersey Devil. El Chupacabra. Psychokinesis. The Mothman.
UFOs.
Spontaneous human combustion.
Unsolved mysteries. I'm Chris.
I'm Chad.
And together, we're a
Paranormal Guys.
Again.
Yeah.
We're back.
The two of us.
We had a major computer malfunction issues that turned out to not be major.
We can make it if we try.
And you know, once we figured out what was wrong, Chad, basically what was wrong was the board worked, the mic worked, everything was fine.
You're stupid.
But the computer wasn't recognizing it.
It's just because you're stupid, isn't it?
Oh, really? Who sat at the computer for a good 45 minutes tinkering and couldn't
I don't
figure it
know.
out?
It wasn't me.
Yeah, it was.
No, I was just looking at stuff. I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
I touched a button.
Porn.
Touched another button. What? Popcorn?
No, but it turns out what happened was back in April, since, you know, we haven't done a show for a good decade or however long it's been.
Been a while.
Windows put out an update that made your computer make you give permissions to apps to have access to the mic.
For those amateur DJs, podcasters, and home recorder, whatever, enthusiasts, that's what happened.
So Audacity did not have permission to use the mics, and it wasn't.
It's crap, Chris.
You know, it makes me sad.
Why?
Remember back in the day when we worked at Circuit City? You were computer sales.
Yeah,
I was in
service state of
customer
the
service.
art.
We'd have been like, oh yeah, here's what's wrong.
Stuff didn't work. It doesn't work now like back then.
Now I was befuddled for like 2 weeks sitting in front of the computer looking at blogs and everything going, Chad, I don't know.
You know how long it's been since I've had to use an old wind-up key to wind up my laptop to use it?
Everything's set right.
Everything's different now.
I don't get it.
Everything's atomic. Sets itself.
Atomic.
Woo! Magic. The future.
These newfangled gadgets and gizmos.
It's not like back when we worked there. No.
That was loud.
Sorry.
You get excited a lot.
I do. Can't you tell?
You do.
It's not the air conditioning.
But anyway, yeah, we're back. And being that we've been on hiatus for a while with computer issues, we need to address a little issue, Chad.
What's that?
That of a certain Paranormal Guys contest winner.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Brian.
Hi, Brian.
We're getting you a shirt, buddy. It's getting to you. It's just, there's been a heck of a lot going on.
Chris claims he's going to make it super special.
I am. It's going to be, it's going to be blingy.
Oh, well, that's cool.
You're going to wear it to the clubs. And people are going to go, woo! Somebody scream!
Paranormal Guys. Bass, 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 bass.
Doo-doo, 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 doo-doo.
I don't know why I don't do that for a living. I could. I'm amazing.
Sure. And hey, you know, speaking of being gone for a while, I mean, we both got Paranormal Guys getting healthy news.
Yeah, yeah.
So I've dropped like 20 pounds since probably beginning of the year.
I've stopped using cocaine.
See? Win-win.
It's a win-win all around.
But yeah, so my blood sugar's like really good. Blood work's all really good. Losing some weight, eating better.
shooting some hoops.
You're getting all set up to go on all crazy healthy eating, exercising stuff.
Yeah, they're going to sew my mouth shut. Fix that.
I mean, I guess that'll work.
I got to get my battery changed. So that'll be good. Then I've got to get...
As if you didn't know, Chad's an android.
I am. My battery's dead, so I got one leg that drags.
We can make him faster.
So I got to get my battery changed. I've got to get some new medications.
Uh-huh.
And, yeah, I got a whole bunch of stuff getting ready to start next couple of weeks.
Here's the thing that worries me, though. Mm-hmm. Paranormal guys.
Yeah.
We're both large guys.
Pretty big.
I was thinking about this the other day. You're getting ready to get on board for getting healthy and losing some weight and everything. Mm-hmm. I'm getting there. I'm dropping some weight, eating better and everything.
Yeah.
There's not a good history of people that are big that do something in public, and once they lose weight, they just go away.
They vanish.
Think about it.
They blow away.
Let's see. One that comes to mind is Blues Traveler. That dude.
Oh, yeah.
The harmonica guy. Blues Traveler was big. He was big. He lost weight. Never heard of Blues Traveler again.
That's true.
Bobo.
Yeah.
On TV. Mm-hmm. Wasn't, overweight, but he was a little chunky.
Well, he had something wrong with him.
Bobo lost weight.
Like Shark Attack or something.
The show's not on.
They canceled the show.
The show's not on anymore.
I think it's what they did.
I mean, John Goodman.
Well, he goes up and down, but I don't think that his career's fine. I'm starting to get John Goodman knees, though.
I mean, Elvis, he went the opposite way.
Starting to hurt.
He was thin and then bulked up and died. I mean,
he was backed up.
Well,
and the drugs.
Well, but you're getting off the cocaine.
Well, that's true. You don't see too many fat people on coke. But...
No more blow for you.
Sad.
Leave that where it is.
Yeah, whatever. Throw that on the table.
But yeah, so paranormal guys, soon to be less than a pair. Mm-hmm. I mean, right now, right now it's like 2 pair.
We'll still be separate. Guys. It's just we won't have to pay extra if we want to fly somewhere in a plane.
True. Get kicked off.
Mm-hmm. Don't take a dog with you.
I thought about telling everybody the reason we were gone so long is you saw Infinity War, and you couldn't. You were in seclusion and depression because spoilers.
Wouldn't you rather say I went?
When did it come out? Like 6 months ago.
Wouldn't you rather say I saw Solo?
Well, now that is probably true that you would be in depression.
Found out that Lando was pansexual or something, which has nothing to do with the character or movie that I needed.
No,
I didn't see it though.
I was going with the heart-wrenching Spider-Man death in Infinity War, and you couldn't handle it, and you couldn't do a show because you were so just out of it, and Black Panther dying.
No, actually, the most involved thing I've had going on that I've been watching is the change of tadpole into frog.
This is audio, right? People can't see your dramatic.
I did that for you.
Dramatic acting like you're God.
That was for you.
Oh
no, there's just a bunch of tadpoles in the backyard, and I've been watching them transform.
You are the new. You're the frog whisperer.
Yeah, that's it.
Sending pictures of your little frogs on your finger.
They're amazing. I like nature.
You're their daddy.
I just don't like to be out in the heat or around bugs or getting a bunch of dirt or go on real long hikes.
Be outside in general.
I'm delicate.
Or move.
Mm-hmm. I don't mind moving when it doesn't hurt. Unfortunately.
So then or move.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, Chris.
That's about all that's been going on.
Sounds like a trail of tears.
Let's move right on in, Chad, to the new segment.
Oh.
I mean, new for the show, but not new in age, I guess, by this point. Mm-hmm. You'll get your shirt, Brian, we promise. The Paro announcement board, which we only have one for this show.
Oh, yeah.
We're prepared. We had months to prepare. I have kids. You don't have an excuse.
You don't pay any attention to your kids.
Whatevs. Mm-hmm. Anyway, hey, Chad, you know what today is?
Saturday.
June 16th. You know what that means?
Mm-hmm. Means we are the champions.
Small Town Monsters and filmmaker Alexander Petikoff will release On the Trail of Champ.
Awesome.
An examination of the legend and ongoing search for a bizarre aquatic creature said to live in the depths of the New York depths of New York and Vermont's Lake.
You okay?
Words are hard.
Have a little stroke?
I mean, maybe. So take two. Aquatic creatures said to live in the depths of New York and Vermont's Lake Champlain. On the Trail of Champ is a 5-episode miniseries filmed during the summer and early fall of 2017. Petikoff was on and around Lake Champlain, is that right? For one of the largest, most well-funded searches for champ in history.
Drone footage.
Lots
of drone footage.
So, yeah, so today, or several days ago, by the time this comes out and you hear it, Champ's out.
Several days ago.
Whatever. You know what's coming up now, though.
For sure.
Oh, hey, anyway, going back to the Pero announcement board. If you have anything you want to, like, get on the old Pero announcement board, any kind of book, movie.
Send it to us.
Con going on. Convention.
Email us.
Yeah, send an email to the guys at paranormalguys.com. Let us know. We'll throw it out on the old Paranormal.
If you're an artist
or Pero announcement board.
Got some cool stuff coming out. Let us know.
Artwork,
we'll talk about it.
Books. Moving pictures.
Exactly.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about anything. If you've listened to the show before,
like it
you'll
now.
know we'll talk about anything.
Seems like it right now, for sure.
What's that mean?
Nothing.
That means one thing, Chad. It means it's time for the Pero News Stories. You love it.
It's like you fell down a well.
I mean, that happened once.
We got some exciting stories today.
So, you have one for us, Chad?
I mean, I could have many, but I'll just give you one. If
We just need one. One
Okay.
you, one me. That makes them a pair.
Well, how about you like snakes?
I mean, we've done lots of talk of snakes on the show.
Yeah, well.
And they all sound like Cobra Commander.
Snakes. A 7-meter-long python swallows an Indonesian woman.
What's that in feet? Like 21-ish?
I'll tell you in a second.
3 feet in a meter?
I'll tell you in a second when I get down to the cut.
Oh, fine.
Breakdown of it. Indonesia. Yes. In Jakarta, Indonesia, a 7-meter-long, or, for those of us that don't use that system because we didn't learn it in middle school, 23-foot-long python.
Wow.
Has swallowed a woman in central Indonesia. A village official said Saturday the victim was a 54-year-old Watiba, went missing while checking her vegetable garden near her, near her village on Muna Island in southeast Sulawesi province on Thursday evening, according to the village chief. His name is Ferris. Bueller. On Friday, her family went to look for her at the garden, but found only her belongings, including sandals and a flashlight. Apparently, she checks that sucker at night. Said Ferris, who uses a single name. Exactly. The family and villagers launched a search for the woman and found the snake with a bloated belly, about 50 yards, from where they put yards in it, where her belongings were found. The villagers killed the snake and carried it to the village. When they cut open the snake's belly, they found lots of candy. Nope, they found Tiba's body still intact with all her clothes. Ferris said she was swallowed first from her head. Videos posted on some websites showed villagers slicing open the python's carcass to reveal the woman's body.
Nobody wants to see that.
Why didn't she just keep on going and dig her way out the back?
I mean, maybe.
Could have found there's a light in the back there. And
She'd have held onto her flashlight. It'd have been all.
She'd been better.
Been good.
Yep. Ferris said the victim's garden, about 1 kilometer, half a mile from her house, is located in a rocky area with caves and cliffs believed to contain many snakes.
Many.
And that's many like a bunch, not many like they're tiny.
Little snakes.
Yeah. Reticulated pythons, which are widespread in Indonesia and other parts of Southeast Asia, grab onto their prey with dozens of sharp, curved teeth and squeeze it to death before swallowing it whole.
So she got it.
I think I've seen Lita's eat a sandwich like that once. Reports of humans being killed by pythons are extremely rare. In the wild, they are known to eat monkeys, pigs, and other mammals.
Meth hogs?
Maybe if the hogs stay still long enough, but we know meth hogs don't. It was the second python attack on a human in Indonesia since March last year, when a 25-year-old man was swallowed whole by a python in West Sulawesi province. So there you go, Chris. Giant snakes is a eating right.
Hello. Do you have any spinach?
I'd like to pick up a whole quart of strawberries. Oh, you don't have any? Well, I guess you'll do.
You'll do. I'm a snake after all.
Snaky.
We have to eat. I wonder if he's related to any of those Indiana snakes.
Maybe. Might have had relatives in there. Somebody's done killed him.
Yeah.
They won't get their recorded cassette in the mail to see how they're doing. They send those back and forth as messages.
Right.
There's hiss on the tape.
You put it in and you can't tell if it's blank or if it's a message.
Or if they're thinking,
Dolby noise deduction.
White noise.
exactly, white snake.
But anyway, Chad. Bits of famous, lost, and fake flying saucer turn up in British Science Museum.
Holy crap.
Pieces of a 50-year-old English flying saucer, in quotes, have turned up in the London Science Museum archive. As the BBC reported on February 9th, David Clark, a journalism lecturer at Sheffield Hallam University, examined the metal shards and determined that they came from a famous 18-inch metal saucer. They were little bitty aliens. The object captivated the UK press in 1957 after it turned up in Salvo Moor near Scarborough, Yorkshire, England. Then, after being chopped up into bits for examination, it gradually disappeared in the intervening decades. 3 men originally discovered the object in the moor, the Yorkshire Post reported February 8th, just 3 weeks after Russia launched Sputnik, the first satellite of the Earth created by humans. You have to put that up.
Meanwhile, exposition.
As the Post reported, its copper bottom was covered in hieroglyphics, much like the saucer discovered in Roswell, New Mexico a decade earlier.
The bloody hell you say?
Nice. The Salvo Moor saucer also contained a small book,
Uh-oh.
the Post reported, covered in more hieroglyphics, which a Scarborough cafe owner claimed to decipher as a warning from an alien named Ulo
Or they were instructions to a superhero costume.
about atomic war. You will improve or disappear.
You need the echo effect.
Oh. You will improve or disappear,
Pretty good.
is what he said. Metallurgists and other experts who studied the Salvo Moor object determined that it had no special properties and had never been to outer space. A journey that leaves telltale signatures in metal. Still, now that Science Museum archivists have learned the cultural significance of the rediscovered shards, the BBC reported, they might put them on display as a record of that strange moment in British history.
Groovy.
You know, that cafe owner that said that he deciphered this stuff, I think his cafe is in close to the fair.
Think so?
They say all the food at his cafe kind of all tastes the same.
Do they now?
Yeah. Kind of tastes like parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme.
What's wrong with you?
I don't think they know.
I think your blood sugar spiked up again.
No.
Good. Well, there you
Bitcoin.
go. We learned a little something new today.
We did. Snakes and fake flying saucer pieces.
Snakes and deception.
It's not a real spaceship.
Not a real saucer.
So, coming up after the brief interlude, Chad,
Yes.
we're going full salvo.
Are we?
We are.
We're salvoing out today?
We are. And we're talking about catching cryptids.
All right. Bye.
All right, welcome back.
Aloha, aloha.
I've just been saving up all the good ones for this show.
Oh, I have. Been piling up.
So yeah, like we mentioned before, we're gonna just go off the cuff today and just kind of chit chat about catching cryptids, how, why, what would be the ramifications,
Sure.
all that.
Yeah.
So, first question, Chad.
Yes.
Okay, and we're not gonna go supernatural or anything on this one. We're all encompassing cryptid. That means everything.
Put a collar on it.
That's right. So what? Roswell.
Roswell.
Let's mark that as the first significant thing.
So you want to do aliens as cryptid?
Sure thing.
Okay.
They're supernatural cryptids, but you know what? No,
Supernatural.
mythological.
Okay. Well, I think we know.
So what was that? 57?
Doot, doot. 1947 was when they had the crash in Roswell, New Mexico.
I'm glad you stored all that up in there. In
I
your
do.
noggin.
It's in my bot box.
So 47.
47,
Okay, then Patterson-Gimlin footage.
That was 67.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
So we're going on 50, 60, going on 70 years worth, different
Lots.
things like that.
Yeah.
Why haven't we got definitive proof of aliens or Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster?
Conspiracy. It's all conspiracy. Well, no, let's think about it realistically. Let's be realistic here. Let's think about religious ramifications, social ramifications, monetary things.
You're saying the Pope doesn't want it to happen?
No, the Pope doesn't care. He likes aliens now.
Oh.
Anyway, no, okay. Since we work on a structure of, kind of like control, and if somebody came up and said, oh, well, there's an advanced civilization of aliens that can travel back and forth between planets, they're a little more with it than we are. They can do a lot more than we can. Occasionally, if you drop in, or even maybe controlling things from behind the curtain, you never know. How would your general populace really accept that? Now, I think with younger people now, especially with movies and stuff, I don't know that they would necessarily freak out as much, or maybe just not process that.
Freak out.
That these people are these...
Well, but no, I'm not
lizard people
I'm not
that eat us.
going with reptilian elite type stuff
whatever.
where it's being covered. I'm
Any
just
aliens.
talking Joe Q, Bigfoot hunter out in the woods for the past 50 years with all manner of cameras and recording stuff and who knows what, and still nothing really definitive.
How do we know nobody did and it's been taken away, or they've hidden it because they thought they killed a person?
So you're saying the G-men get word of it and
Exactly.
make it silence,
Make it go away, or even the person themselves.
disappear them.
If I shot, which I wouldn't do this, but if I shot a Bigfoot and then I got up and walked up and looked at him like, that looks like a person, a lot like a person.
Oops.
I'd be like, holy crap, I might be in trouble.
Kick some dirt on it and walk away.
Or just, I don't know, just back away, cry, weep. No, I don't know. I mean, it's a good question. How do you feel about that? What would you do?
See,
Who would you call?
and I think that's when you get skeptics. I think that's their main ammunition is, hey, this stuff's out there. You've been studying it for years. You don't have crap on it. And that's it doesn't exist. Because if it did, somebody would have had something. But then at the same time, you look at, like, how long did it take them that they thought there was the colossal squid, but didn't get crap on it?
Long time.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
couldn't get any pictures of it, but bodies would wash up. And they finally got to see live specimens with cameras. So they know they're down there, waving around, eating crackers.
I'm a squid.
Eating goldfish. Little
Goldfish.
crackers. Yeah.
Preferred food of giant squid.
They're delicious. That cheddar cheese baked in.
They're okay.
They like it. Eyes the size of a dinner plate.
They need to take away those stupid pretzel goldfish.
Yeah, dumb.
That's what they make pretzels for.
You shouldn't be eating that stuff anyway.
I don't.
Anyway,
Those are carbs.
so, okay. Bigfoot.
So now,
aliens.
and I can see maybe, okay, aliens, UFOs. I can see there being a big government kind of cover-up thingy with that. Because, let's not throw the general population into widespread chaos and panic. But, something like Bigfoot or like Champ, even, we were just talking about. Yeah, I don't know if there would be any worth of a cover-up of, hey, there's a thing that lives in that lake.
I don't know, man. It's weird. You get into a lot of different... I don't know. You get into a lot of... There's just a lot of stuff going on with... Like, you get small groups of species that you don't always see all the time. Maybe they're a little too big or a little too smart to catch. You know, if you've got some animal that knows how to slip in and out and it's been eluding people for a long time, it's not something you can easily catch. I mean, I could almost see it getting away with it for quite a while. For some major tragedy.
But
the body just washes up.
Patterson Gimlin footage, back when that was taken, you know, that was a shot in the dark. It was, you happen to be out in the woods, you happen to have a high 8 or however many millimeter, whatever that was taken on.
Yeah.
So, you get that, great. But nowadays, everybody and their brother has 20 different cameras strapped to them at any given time because of smartphones, this or that, and there's... I don't know how many people that are quote-unquote Bigfoot hunters or researchers. And you've seen it happen before. How many times has somebody just slipped something on YouTube that's there for a while, but then they take it down for whatever reason, but then it's still around because even that whole, it was a cover-up, it's going to get around somewhere.
Yeah, but then everybody's still going to say it's fake. And if these animals are fairly smart, like they're supposed to be.
They know how to get on YouTube and delete videos.
No, we just we're eating up so much territory. We're tearing down, so many trees and stuff. They're going to keep going deeper and further away and hide from people, and you don't always have people out with cameras in those places.
That was obviously not a Sasquatch. It doesn't even look real. Hashtag wasn't me. Wait, no. Delete.
Wearing sneakers.
Yeah.
A good example is like that whole herd of whatever they were, bison or whatever that was running back and forth between Canada, and they were going back and forth over the border, I guess, and they thought they were just gone, there was nothing there, and all of a sudden a helicopter's flying over there, and here's these hundreds of heads of cattle basically running back and forth that they didn't even know existed.
See, there you go.
So yeah, sure, why not?
Okay.
Dinosaurs in Africa? Sure.
I've seen Babe.
Secret of the Lost
Legend.
Baby.
Matumbo. What's the name of the African dinosaur he was?
Matumbe,
Badombo.
Dumbo and something. I don't know.
It's got a couple.
It's like Macaulay Mamembo, or I don't know.
It's got a couple consonants that shouldn't go together.
In the 1980s, I could have regurgitated that real quick, but I'm not thinking.
Your battery's dead.
It is. I don't run as fast as I did when it was charged up.
Your mom car's a bimbo.
Google that, everybody, as you listen to the show. And
it'll make it much more enjoyable.
Mm-hmm. You can see some old pictures, some drawings. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then moving on. Will we?
Will
we ever get proof, definitive proof of Pick Your Cryptid?
Sure, why not? Probably already have it.
Well, no, for the public.
I think we will. I think it will come from another country. And
China or Russia is my guess.
I'm going to say in the next 4 months.
Yeti come down from mountain with fighting.
You like Nepalese food?
He hairy like vodka.
Vodka?
Yeah.
I don't think the Nepalese people are drinking a lot of vodka, are they?
Yet.
No.
The Bigfoot.
You know what I would like to see?
Don't talk about that on this show.
What?
Oh, what were you going to say? Sorry.
What I would like to see is the domesticated lizard monster chupacabra, not the naked coyote.
So one you could have in your home.
Yeah, that you could take out to walk and go potty.
You'd have to really train him.
He would scramble up the back of your neck and sit on your head, and you weren't really comfortable about what may or may not happen next, but he'd be your pet.
I'd be worried that he would just suddenly start attacking all the neighbors like little dogs and cats.
He could, or he could be the greatest pet ever. You could have like chupacabra chow. Just feed him. It's just a little like furry sacks of blood. Throw at him. I don't know.
Goat goodies.
Goat sack. I gotta go get 3 bags of goat sack to feed my chupa.
What would you name him? Choopy?
What would I name him? He would be Chupacadabra.
See, I would name him something just like ironic, like Earl.
Chupacabra.
Like Earl.
You
Come on,
could.
Earl. Dave.
I name him Jose.
Come on, Dave.
Chupacabra Jose. Anyway, I think we're off topic. What
That's what we do best.
oh,
So you think we will, and it's going to be in the next 3 months?
next 3-4 months. Pretty sure.
I think it's going to be Seth.
You think it'll be Seth?
Right.
Seth will see it and get it on film?
One of these days when he's out filming something, I think we're going to get a story about, like, local Ohio filmmaker nearly killed by savage woods monster.
Seth Breedlove barely made it.
And he'll have footage.
He will have footage. He'll have all kinds of footage. The
It'll
drone
be
will
that
have
it'll be
it.
that shaky thing where you're sitting there filming something and all of a sudden it swings around, you see something, and it starts running toward him. And then the camera swings back around and it's all jumpy.
The
like
best
he's
part would be
running
if
away.
he'd set up the shot. Like the drone was shooting that scene. He's got the handy cam and there's like a dolly with the camera set up. And at the same time, all that is take the shot and it rolls across. And all you see is just Seth turns the camera around and goes, and
Boom, boom.
then he runs. That'll be it.
Okay.
Yeah, Seth will be the one. Just say it right now. He'll be like,
That's
hey,
what's the over-under on that?
let me ask you this too. How
Yeah.
many times do you think there was some cryptid, endangered kind of thing, and because they were going to develop the area or just throw anything out there, drill for oil or dig for some sort of ore or something, they just covered up, killed them all, and just said, nah, there's no reason we need to worry about this.
Well, see, we kind of talked about the opposite end of that spectrum on a show, kind of jokingly, a while back about the floods down in the south after, I guess, was it all the rain or was there a hurricane or something that caused all the flooding?
Yeah.
And if they were going in and like rescuing all the like skunk apes and stuff,
Well, yeah. We had like a steamboat pick them up.
a steamboat, paddle wheeler.
Robert E. Lee.
Well, sakes and mercy there, furry man. Looks like you need a little bit of help.
Well, I tell you for sure. Had to pick up a couple of skunk apes today.
They was in a right awful mess.
They was been a long time since we've seen a skunk ape problem like this in Hazard.
That water was plumb up to their in the chest.
And they smell funny. Think they stink when they ain't all wet. Y'all smells them now.
So,
What?
what would happen if they accidentally like cut one?
Probably the whole ship would blow up.
No,
Catch on fire.
Wouldn't they say like, "Ooh, I thought this smelled bad on the outside."
Jeez. Just crawl in there, kid. Keep you from freezing to death. So, what else, Chris?
So will it be a?
Seth Breedlove, 4 months.
Well, no, okay, yes, Seth.
On film.
It's going to be Seth on film. His attack is what will be filmed.
Film be digital. He's been out in the woods with Japanese people. He could escape.
In all, I guess, seriousness, will it be one of the quote unquote professional groups like To Kill a Bigfoot or whatever the shows are, Squatching or whatever that find, or is it going to be John Q. Public that's out with his trail cam hunting deer one day?
No, it won't be any of the shows because, I mean,
That would be the end of the show.
Yeah.
Well, we caught him.
now if they got the footage, just think about that big reveal on Sci-Fi. Nobody would take that
It'd be in
seriously.
2 seasons. They'd drag it out.
Sharknado versus Bigfoot.
Then, kind of the last little point that I had for it is, say it happens.
Okay.
Whether it's Seth,
It happens.
whether it's someone else, somebody comes out with definitive proof. They walk out on stage on their press conference and go, "All right, guys, you're about to be amazed. Hold on. I'm going to introduce you to my buddy." So, and everybody's ready. Their anticipation. Cut the tension with a knife.
Okay.
And he goes, "Everybody, I want to introduce you to Harry." And then John Lithgow
Comes out,
and
yeah.
his buddy Bigfoot come out on stage and sit down, and they have the press conference. Science tests, things, hair samples, blah blah blah. A week later, yes, citizens of the world, look, it's a Bigfoot.
How many people will be as amazed that they've actually found Bigfoot and see it, as opposed to how many people will be appalled that he's not being given his rights and he's not being treated
anymore. Yeah.
He's not being treated with the equality and dignity
go
that he
back
deserves.
to the woods.
He needs to be free.
But okay, so that happens. Definite, it's real. We know it.
Yeah.
What's the ramifications on that? What happens?
They start to make clothes that'll fit him.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Because, there's always that, like, oh, we find out there's aliens. What does that mean? It's like, well, for me, I know, and probably for 99% of people in the world, that means, hey, great, there's aliens. Guess what? I gotta go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, to some extent and point, yeah. If you're very religious, that might throw a little monkey wrench into
For any of them?
your beliefs.
Like,
yeah,
like if they find Loch Ness Monster.
No, probably not that, but I think aliens would
Aliens,
definitely be
yeah.
a big one.
I don't know, though, because like you said earlier, the Pope's okay with aliens now.
Well, he says that there's,
So, yeah, aliens aside. Aliens could be the one, because then it's like, oh, they're from another planet.
yeah.
And the Bible didn't talk about that.
And I'm still a little, I don't really think of aliens as cryptids, but
Well, that's fine.
You know what I mean.
We're talking about non-normal beings.
stuff,
Non-normal things.
whippy cream stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like, three-headed goat.
It's just a mutant.
No. Two-headed mutant.
Now, if he walks around hollering,
Three turns into
trying
weird.
to throw axes at you,
Tires at you
yeah,
with an axe.
he's tired. Goat man's tired. I think anything that's humanoid and smart, and somebody finds it and everybody knows it exists, it'd probably screw up a lot of people.
Okay. So if it's a Bigfoot they find, and it turns out, because, there's blue million different versions of Bigfoot.
Yep.
If he's just the big old, hey, it's a hairy thing that lives in the woods. Nothing really. They're just like, oh, it's like you watch Discovery and they're like, we found a new species of Sumatran ape.
I think once they get past the part that it's more like a person, I think it'll fall into the category of you fear it like a bear.
Well, no, I'm just going with the first category is it's just a big hairy thing that lives in the woods. That's just basically a eh.
Always depends on how much like a person it looks and acts like.
Well, the next one is it's a big hairy thing that lives in the woods, but smart. Like, it's basically a human, but maybe can't talk.
Like this one night, Bigfoot stole my car.
Yeah. Like Harry and the Hendersons, Bigfoot. Can't really talk, but he's like, he can interact. He can like go sit in that chair and he goes, and breaks the doorway in your house because his head's too tall.
Messes up the roof of your car.
Yeah.
Dents it up.
That's the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's the one that has a little bit of, snaps. We didn't know about that.
Exactly. And I think that would screw with a lot of people because they'd be like, where are you going to cut off the point where it's an animal or it's a person?
Yeah.
But if it shows up, we have definitive proof of it, and it's more animal, and it doesn't look too much like a person, they'll start to go, well, this is kind of like dealing with bears, except they're a little smarter, and putting a bag in a tree with your food in it, it's
They
not going to
still
help.
poop in the woods.
Yep. They still might drag you away in the night in your sleeping bag.
So then go far into the Bigfoot spectrum and go with he's an interdimensional portal hopping UFO riding critter. Does that go more along the lines with aliens where that might have a little bit of religious ramifications?
I think it's going to that'd completely blow people's minds because then
I'm still going to work tomorrow.
I mean, if you have to, at that point, I give up. I'll be like, I'm not going back to work. Do you realize that at any moment I could be taking a poopy?
What's the phone call to your boss sound like on that one?
Dimensional portals would open up, Bigfoot come into the house,
So
and I can't
you
focus.
just flat out, hey, I'm not gonna. This is Chris. I'm not gonna be at work today because
Bigfoot, nothing matters.
I mean, I could be driving to work and a dimensional portal open and
nothing matters.
And I'm Bigfoot chow.
And then I'll live in a dimension with Bigfoot, and then, that could happen at any moment.
It could.
And I just don't feel comfortable doing the job I'm doing right now. So, there you go.
Could you claim that on
at this point? I think I'm
FMLA?
looking for any reason.
Would that be a viable FMLA reason?
I have no idea. Probably if you had some mental breakdown, I'm sure.
Anxiety. Okay.
Yeah, makes me anxious. Think about it.
Oh, does it? Are you gonna sleep kind of?
Makes my arms itch.
A little rough tonight. Thinking.
I sleep rough anyway.
Interdimensional Bigfoot.
Just reach right through. There's here's your wall.
That's
but
like
not really.
that's like those Invasion on Chestnut Ridge Bigfoot, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Just walking down the fence row, waving.
What about
Mothman. Dogman would be really hard to deal with, I think.
If I knew there were dogmen for reals, not for play, and that there had been some sighted in the relative, not too far distant area from me. Yeah, I probably wouldn't go out at night at all anymore.
I still think somebody's going to adopt a puppy from a shelter.
It's going to be a dog man.
And one day they're going to walk in there and it'll have like an apron flipping eggs in the kitchen.
But then it's a domesticated dog man, so it'll be okay.
Well, that'd be pretty cool. I mean, there is a story floating around about a domesticated dog man, but
really, is it any better than that one dude that claims that he's buddies with Bigfoot and has the recordings of their conversations?
Yeah, this one found it. Supposedly, its mother had been killed, and he found it, and he like kept it in a barn, and it became the dog man pack leader for his area, and there were all kinds of dog men, and make a good story. I don't know. Supposedly there's a domestic.
Being his surrogate father, then did he get to like hang out with the dog men?
Well, he hung out with at least one of them, the one he raised, and then it went off and joined the others. And then they all lived
born free. Oh.
Yep.
You always have to let them go, Chad.
You do. You have to let them roam where they want to, roam around the world.
Roam if you want to.
So you can Google that too. Domesticated dog man that lives in barn.
We are nothing if not a plethora of things to Google.
Yep. I like to call us a jump-off point.
For the real story.
for the authentic tale of the domesticated barn dog man.
If you would like to know more about Chad's story and perhaps the real version of it,
order the transcript. Send $17.95.
17.
Yeah, it's expensive now because we're using paper from Vietnam.
Oh,
yep.
Yeah. Well, Chad, I think that you can call another show quits.
You giving up already? You didn't have a lot of input on this.
I did.
I mean,
you're the
skirting the question.
Like you always say, you're the talent.
That's true.
You
know what? When you told me what the problem was,
you went, "Oh yeah."
I said, "You know what, Chris? I'm appalled by your ignorance."
And I said right back at you because you couldn't figure it out either.
Hey, I wasn't really trying to fix it. I was just looking at stuff for ideas.
So there you go, faithful Pongites. You can tell Chad did not care about getting a new show up. He was just like,
I cared about the show.
You can't work this thing.
If you have any thoughts, ideas, input, how you feel about cryptids being found, if you have cryptids at your house.
If you would like to share,
some cryptid stories or videos, yeah, we've had people share videos and photos with us. We like
stories.
We do like stories. If I ever get enough stories from people, enough, because there isn't that many.
You mean a story?
I have a few.
Oh, do you?
But not enough to do a show.
How many do you have now?
I don't know. Not enough to talk about on here.
No, I want a number.
There's no number I can give you. You can't
put no number.
You can't put a number on that. You know better.
I'm surprised at this point you just haven't started like making Patreon up stories and going, "Hey, look, I got a story, Chris."
Hey, how many of you would like to pay money for extra of this on Patreon? Tell us. We'd like to know.
Email us.
Yeah.
Even if you want to say hi, just email us.
Hey, I'll say this right now before we go into our usual closer. If you would like to see Chris and I travel the country in a hearse and go give talks to people about what we may or may not have seen or encountered, or hear their stories, let us know. We'll start a Patreon. We'll do videos. We'll do extra shows when we don't have to do anything else, and we'll just focus on that. Chris is going to give up on his kids. Shut up.
No, stop.
Yeah.
That little line you threw in there, when we don't have anything else to do.
Mm-hmm.
When is it that I have that?
When we have enough Patreon people. Then we don't have anything else to do.
I mean, if we do that and we start getting enough money, I'd quit my job next week.
I would too.
And I would tell Sarah that I'm taking the kids on the road with me. We'll be back every so often. And we would travel the country doing live shows.
We would. And I would talk to anybody and anybody, as long as they weren't going to abduct or harm me, about anything that they want to talk about.
How it would just be, if they were going to...
You know what it would be?
I don't know. Shirt on
They'd have to sign...
I'm going to abduct you.
We'd have to check an FBI website. We would drive around. We would basically be mobile coast to coast. How would you feel about that? And then we can do the shows right from wherever we are.
Hey, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I think that would be pretty good.
That would be.
Paranormal Guys on the Road.
We'd have to have a theme song.
Pong owner. Pongoner, Paranormal Guys on the Road, Pongoner. Pongoner for you.
Name forthcoming.
Yeah. If you would like to come up with a name for Paranormal Guys on the Road, which will not happen until we're funded properly.
Yeah, and we won't give you anything because, we're having trouble getting a shirt.
Chris can't even get the shirt together. You know, one day Chris might actually get his shit together, but I don't know.
Such language.
Beep it.
Sure. Hey. If we get more than
3,000.
More than, I'm putting a number on emails. If we get more than 4 emails, should we make it 4? 5?
Good luck.
How many stories do you have?
Not.
If we get more than 4 emails saying, yeah, hey guys, if you throw up a Patreon, I'll throw you a couple bucks to go on the road and be this generation's Walter. What's his name? Kuralt?
I don't know.
Are you a bell?
He's a bell.
So yeah, hey, I'm game if we get more than 4 emails saying, hey, do it. I'll set us up a Patreon.
Okay. Cool. Extra content.
Yeah, there you go.
More fun for your bun.
Yep. I'm game.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, I'm still alive.
And if we would do that, where would it be a good place to find a link to a Patreon that may exist in the future?
Hey, they could probably go to our website, which is where they can also listen to the shows, and that would be Pairo, Pairo, normalguys.com.
Okay, yeah, but there's a link on there to send us an email, and if you don't want to follow the link, you can always email us at paranormalguys.com.
Mm-hmm.
Clever.
It is.
But yeah, go on the webpage. There's all kinds of stuff on there. There's some pictures we need to update.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're getting kind of old.
A lot of stuff we need to update.
Starting to fade. Look like old 1970s Polaroids have been on there so long.
Cracks and stuff in them.
There's no crack in those pictures, sir.
It's all up your nose.
Mm-hmm.
Do you snort crack?
Hell, I don't know what you do with crack.
Crack's cocaine, right?
I didn't even watch, what was it, Breaking Bad? I don't know.
Is crack cocaine?
I think there's cocaine in it, and maybe some Drano batteries.
Well, it's in rocks, right? So maybe you take cocaine and mix it with butters and put it in the
Something
freezer.
you don't know about me, Chris Caffrey.
Why are you scratching, Chad?
I smoke rocks.
Be watching our Instagram account, here in the new this while.
You know what? We're probably going to get the most emails ever on now is people tell us how you use those drugs.
Yeah.
Well, actually, gentlemen,
maybe that'll put the edge on it, and people be like, "Man, they're cool."
420.
They cuss. They talk about drugs.
Wow.
Chad's got a black shirt on.
Boobies.
Boogers.
Snots.
So, but our Instagram account, there will be some stuff coming up there pretty soon because we're getting ready to.
We still have that?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we do. So Instagram, just go to Paranormal Guys, and that's how you find us there.
You ever?
Go to Facebook, and that's facebook.com/Paranormal Guys.
That's for our old friends.
That's right. Chad occasionally will put something up there.
Yeah, I haven't been on Facebook a whole lot lately.
Friendster account is...
Friendster?
No. Friendster.
The hell is Friendster?
I don't know.
That was a 1980s toy. It was a monster with little shackles.
What was the pre-Facebook? MySpace?
MySpace, which still exists, but it's a music thing now.
We should get a MySpace.
I think
Ridley Scott.
No, there's some musician I think bought 90% of it. I don't know.
Dr. Dre.
Anyway, didn't care enough to really absorb the information. So
anyway,
Google that. See who bought MySpace.
So anyway, Facebook.
Uh-huh.
And while you're on our Facebook page, please go over to the Facebook page of one Mr. William Blanchard. Mm-hmm. He is the gentleman that supplies the music for Paranormal Guys.
Musical genius.
Yes, he is. And you can find him at Facebook.com/William Blanchard Soundtrack. Mm-hmm. By the next time you hear this show, we may be, coming to you live from Branson.
Hey, and if you're still with us at this point,
highly doubtful.
Another quick shout out to a friend of mine, Jason with Tyrant Toys and Collectibles. If you do like monsters and weird things.
I was hoping you were going to say Jason Bateman.
No. Oh. Jason, Tyrant Toys and Collectibles. He has a Facebook page. He will soon have a .com, and we'll soon have some videos of all the cool stuff he has. But if you do like toys and monsters and pop culture stuff, look him up, hit him up, because he does have some cool things.
Yes, he does.
Mm-hmm. Lots of cool stuff.
Well, there you go. So until next time, and hopefully this rings true this time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not a pair of months. Have a, what? You shake your head.
Nothing. Thanks to everybody that stuck with us, buddy.
Yeah, we love you guys.
We do. We don't just sit here and talk to each other.
You're getting your shirt, Brian.
Yes, Brian. Should.
We promise.
Well, Chris, I already said, it's on Chris.
Yeah, Chad was really quick to peg it all on me.
Yep.
So anyway, have a pair of normal weeks. So what was that, 57?
No. Give me a second. We'll just edit this. I'll tell you real quick. Hello, computer. Roswell UFO crash date.
The Roswell UFO incident date is 1940.
Okay.
What did she say?
1947.
Why didn't you let her say it?
Because I'm going to say it like I knew. And then you're going to edit it together.
No, I'm not.
Sure you are.
Okay.
All encompassing.
So Roswell, when was that?